Hi everyone, Cloak here, and today I'm playing Symbiosis again, and this one's a bit more control heavy. I've got double Naiad Pondkeepers, I've got Rebukes, I've got a dwarf package as well with Zoltan Warrior and some Dwarven Skirmishers. We can just pack a lot of damage, also in kind of an active way. I also switched out Hamadryads with, what are they called? Duén Canell Guardians, so you have that order damage, and I think it's just better in this meta, potentially. Alright. Okay, we're up against Reckless Flurry. There's a few options this could be. There's a Golden Necro version, there's also a Devotion Warriors version, and there's just kind of a mid-range Erendite version. Not sure what we're up against, but we'll find out. Should be pretty okay. Let's see, we got a pretty good round one hand. Frog Mating Season could be one of the golds I commit. Don't really want to play Naiad Fledglings this round, especially if I haven't played Aucwenn yet. I think I want double Dwarven Chariot this round either. One Skirmisher is nice, especially with the Chariot. Although I would need to buff it up so it doesn't get just flurried. Let's see, nature card's decent. Pondkeeper could be some... I should have plenty of control. I'll mulligan this Naiad Fledgling. Let's see... I think it's good to have in hand. It's something I could play though, but I'd rather play Aucwenn first if needed. And if I'm playing Aucwenn, don't want to commit this necessarily. I think that's fine. Good amount of control. These also, all these kind of cards just trade up. We'll just play this Duén Canell Guardian. I'm going to try to limit their points on their board. I'll also just lead with the Chariot. I think I'll lead with the Chariot actually. A little bit more tempo. Can also protect the Guardian once I play it next turn. See how they use their leader charges in this game. Also because this deck doesn't run Hamadryads. Okay, so they have Warlords, no Bran. So this could be the Warriors version. We'll just follow up with this Duén Canell Guardian. And it's conscientious to play the Chariot front row to get that make it actually stay around. I mean, they can still call it Gutting Slash this, but it's fine. Okay, they're just playing another Warlord, so they're just playing this round pretty slow. So there's no reason I need to tempo out or anything. It's just hitting armor, which isn't ideal. Just play this Dryad's Caress. I don't think they're going to bleed anything. I don't think they have a lock either, so I could just boost this up so I don't go cheat hall. Purifying the Veil. It's not like I'm fighting Nilfgaard though. Probably just give this another armor, because they can deathblow this anyway. And they'd get an overkill value if they played like a Primal Savagery on this. Let's see what they play here. Just trying to get out of this round without committing anything. I guess played two pretty nice engines here. But if they play like Sove or something, I mean, now if they play Sove without using a leader charge, I can just pass. I don't really want to pass either though, to be fair. But one thing is that they're not really going to get Bloodthirst against me. Between my leader charges, and all my boosty specials, and the Wandering Treants don't give them any value on that. Be okay to play Council maybe. So just play a Gutting Slash. I'm glad I used some armor there. I could just... I don't want to pass necessarily, but I mean I could just play like a Rebuke. Because I don't think they're going to commit to this round. Or maybe I just play this Skirmisher. Again, play around the leader charge. And they already have a reason to kill this. So I might as well just hit this. Although I guess they, you know, have options here. So I don't want to make this too easy for them. But let's just see if they pass. So they spent 1 Gutting Slash, which is at 6 damage. So I kind of want a medium length round 3. I want to win round 1, I want to bleed round 2, and then final form Ethne plus like Forest Protector should be pretty good. Nope, they're not done. Play a Vaviorn actually. Into a Stunning Blow, dealing 9 damage to my dwarf. Still ahead. So let's see, Council, let's be a random Dryad. I don't want to play Aucwenn. If I get Aucwenn Zoltan, it's a little bit awkward. Play a Pondkeeper. Probably better to do this now than play Rebuke. This is before I'm playing Aucwenn, but I don't really want to play Aucwenn this round. It's still Stunning Blow my Guardian. I think I'll just do like this. Then might as well use this damage. Stunning Blow would still kill that, but if I play the second Stunning Blow, I'm kind of fine with it. Still have some burst points I can use. I can finally play this Frog Mating Season. This Rebuke's fine. I want to try to keep Council and Call if I can. Not sure what else they have to play. Just a proc for our warrior. Can only do 3. So they get rid of my Treant, which is a little unfortunate. So maybe I'll play this Frog Mating Season first. Although it could be overcommittal. If I play this, they could res this, but how do they even do that? Are they gonna have too many control targets in this matchup? I'm fine to just play Rebuke first. At least 2 points on it based on how they played that. This way, if they play like a Primal Savagery, which will do 4 damage, then they'll still get the bear, the death blow, but they won't get overkill. But they don't have Bran, I guess, so unless maybe if they have, they shouldn't have Compass unless they just missed their discard package. I guess I'm still fine to play Frog Mating Season. And one of these if I have to. See, so they play that, but yeah, I guess they don't have Bran, but still, it's not too bad. Armor this up. I mean, this can give me something. I just don't want to risk it getting like Zoltan plus Aucwenn. I have Ethne in hand too, so I can always play like Call into Fauve into a nature card. I mean, I'm up 20 points now, so probably went decently for them. They played a few raids. And now I have round control, which I really like. I can call into Aucwenn. I can council into Zoltan, maybe, if I don't get the other Skirmisher. So it's all just about shortening round 3, I think. So we have some nature cards to play. Maybe save Aucwenn for round 3 as well, though. There's still a lot of good cards in deck. I mean, this could just be like an Aucwenn kind of bleed. Let's see how much control they have. Playing some threats in this round. See if I can bleed some stuff out of them. See, they still have 2 Blood Eagles. They played Vabjorn. Vabjorn was their only thinning. So Herald and Sove. Although Sove they can resurrect, of course. So Herald's the main card I want to get out of him, I think. Alula is interesting. I don't have a direct answer. I don't like them having like 3 damage on board. Just boost him higher. I lose 1 point of vitality here. I could also just protect this. I mean, they could have like Morkvarg or something. See, this will go to 6 though. If they had a Gutting Slash, they may have just played it on Freixenet here. Give them 2 targets to try to control, see what they want to do. Okay, they leader. 2 5s on the board. Okay. I mean, they could do something like War of Clans or Blood Eagle, where they can do multiple sets of damage in a single turn. Let's see, I've got 1 leader charge out of them, which is basically just trading this round. I have to overkill by 2, and then they play Sove. So I don't have a punish for Sove in this game. Let's see, but like I said, they don't have... I think I'll get one of these back in round 3. Let's see if I counsel and get Zoltan. Can't really play him. See, is there a Dryad I wouldn't want to play? Well, I would want to play like Aucwenn first, before I would play more nature cards. So I just... See, I don't want to bleed into Alula. And Sove, I mean, they'd have to commit something to answer the Sove target. Maybe they don't have a lot of options on that. And if they're doing that, they're not doing anything else. So, they just play around Alula. Hope my threats can stick. Should be okay, honestly. They could have passed when they played Alula. This is kind of fine. Still have 2 leader charges. Let's see, I've got Aucwenn in hand, so this can get me Forest Protector. Let's see. So Council can low roll a little bit. But, I mean, this hand's really good. I like having these double Naiad Fledglings. Like I said, threats that trade up to removal are kind of what I'm looking for here. Fove is great. Fove can get me either the Pondkeeper, or Rebuke, or some Temperings, depending on what I'm looking for. So I think we'll just leave it like this. We'll open Ethne. I don't think they'll have more random damage. Okay, they go for Herald. So they have 2 leader charges. Knock this to 4. They can do 1 damage here. I mean, what do they have? They'd have like Dunka? Not Dunka. Herkia. Herkia to do some damage too. could try to open... I could look for Zoltan here. We're playing one nature card. So I could be losing like 4 points, but I lose a lot more if Ethne dies. So we do miss Zoltan. Pondkeeper's not doing anything here, so we'll just go for the Skirmisher. Does get some points. Okay, so we missed Zoltan, which sucks, but I think I want to call for Forest Protector anyway. Playing an extra nature card is really nice. This will kill Herald if they don't do anything. Okay, Artis is just gonna get rebuked. Again, I'm gonna have to play a nature card. They don't use a leader charge, which is kind of weird. Okay, 1 damage. Okay, and they already played Sov. Alright. I mean, the rest of my hand is still, like, crazy. So Herald's gone. They didn't want to use their leader charge on that. They could always... now if they have a Sigdrift, right, it's either Artis or Sov. Probably would just be Sov, especially some Devotion, which they should suspect. But I'm just getting more bodies on the board to help Ethne survive. And let's see, their Devotion, because it was Devotion Herald, so they don't have Igni or Glorious Hunt or anything like that. So I can play these next to my Ethne and just boost her with Vitality. But it depends how I want to do it. Let's see, and we can play a Pondkeeper from Forest Protector. Okay, Sigdrift is right. Let's see what they pick. They go for Sov, naturally. So now I'll just play my own immune unit. Maybe I'll get rid of Bloodthirst here. Zero shouldn't matter too much. I mean, this should... even this I can get rid of if they Bloodthirst Ethne. I'm playing these Naiad Fledglings, but I'm going to play Aucwenn first. So we're having to play things a little late. But... I mean, like I said, the rest of my hands are just really good. They go for Veteran, which could get rebuked, but... don't need to do it right away. So I'm going to play these other cards first. So we'll play Aucwenn, and then we'll... let's see. I mean, they have Stunning Blow and Gutting Slash. You can answer Aucwenn. I don't think they'll have 5 damage removal. They could, like, hit it with a ping and then, like, play, like, second Blood Eagle, or... let's see, they haven't played second Blood Eagle, right? Yeah. Yeah. So they have second Blood Eagle and, like, another Primal Savagery, potentially. So, I do want to play around that a little bit. They'd have to hit with 2 pings. Or actually just 1 ping if I don't lead her. I think it's fine. Well, I guess... That's pretty sweet. Okay. She's probably gonna die anyway. I think I still want to go for it. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, they hit Ethne. So they didn't get any Bloodthirst. They didn't hit Aucwenn, which is really sweet, so they have to play something like that, yeah. The Zoltan Warrior is just doing 3 damage. They're overkilling Ethne by Aucwenn by a lot. So this extra 1 point allowed us to survive that, which is really nice. And this is just playing as like a 3. So they played a whole war of plans to kill one card basically, and double leader. So now we'll go Naiad Fledgling. Getting rid of more Bloodthirst. They don't have any other leader charges for the Soph target, so... Okay, they do kill this Fledgling. And they just play some random damage. Okay. So I want to play something that was more likely to survive. I mean, it's fine. This is probably the target that's going to die, so if I like, give this Vitality, should be alright. I think it's already going back up to 10. Yeah, I want something I can take Vitality from, but also that if this gets answered. Okay, so this needs to beat their last 2 cards basically. And now they actually have Brock for our target. They could hide all this. They don't have a second Bloodthirst target. So we just kill Fove. A little rude. Okay, it pings this, which is fine. Alright. So we'll call. I think he still went Force Protector over like Zoltan. Yeah, because the nature cards are just a lot better. Okay, so I got my Vitality ticket. I need 15 points. So if they're able to kill the Soph target, if they have an 8, I don't think they can kill an 8 though. Oh, they can. If they have a Stunning Blow plus Soph on a Raging Bearer, they win. If it's like a half row. So I don't know if they have room for a Raging. Oh, they just pass. They don't have it. Nice. It was close. GG. 2 Devotion decks. The more control heavy one. Well, that minus a bit too. Nice. Spawning, yeah. Easy to go. Alright, let's go again. Alright. Alright. Okay, Vampires. So Vampires versus Symbiosis. Classic matchup. I wanna... I need to bleed out the Regis. Maybe try to surprise 2-0. I think I just need to go all in round 2. So I need to win round 1. So I want to play like Aucwenn here. And then I'll be Vitality to trade up to there. Let's see, control is good. We're on red coin. We have access to a lot of things. This can get me Aucwenn. Freixenet could be nice. Tempering's not a card I really want. Naiad Fledgling. These could be good in round 1. Maybe I don't play both though. Okay. Double Caress is really nice. See, we're gonna play the Skirmisher, and then we'll follow up with a Rebuke. I imagine this is round 3 vampires. I haven't really seen regular vampires much in the world. Although we could play Rebuke first, and not get. Well, actually, I'm Symbiosis, so I could always be giving them a target. Should be able to answer this. I don't think Vampires really has ways to buff their units. Now they have a Drowner, but they don't get a bleed, which is I'm happy with. And then I can just play this Rebuke. Okay. Pretty good start there. Play Freixenet next. Freixenet net. And they're going to use a leader charge on my 1 power treant? No, I guess not. I can answer this too. But I have to like Fove, which isn't really worth it in this round. So I'll just play the Freixenet. He's at the end of the turn, right? Yeah. So we'll play the Freixenet. Give him Nature's Gift. Play the Dryad. I could have a second Drowner, but it doesn't really matter. They use it on my young Dryad. I've got the Dryad's Caresses to play. I've got Fledgling. I have access to Aucwenn. Let's see, this is going to happen next turn anyway. I think I want to try to win the round, so I think I'll commit Aucwenn here. Zoltan, I'd rather save for, and maybe I can push with Zoltan in like a chariot. So we'll go for Aucwenn. Split up the rows for Igni. We already have, well, we have some in the back row, and now we're ahead very easily. We've got plenty of Purifies. We can click this next turn. We're just doing great. Can also maybe answer something with Pondkeeper. That's rude. Okay, Detlaf. So I need to... I go back row too, interestingly. There's a lot of stuff bleeding. Put more units on this row. Can't answer him yet. I'm gonna play Fledgling here. So we lose 4, we gain 3. We'll lose another maybe 2. Wait, so we lose like 4, 5, let's say. 5 to 6. We gain 3, so it's... we lose more than that. I don't think I want to use the second leader charge, especially when I can just play Caresses. I don't necessarily need to win uneven. And if they pass, I'm happy. Vampires doesn't usually like to pass, though. Okay, they play their Flutter. They use the leader charge. Oh, and he's able to do that. Okay, so maybe I should have used the leader charge there to prevent the Detlaf. It's just, let's see, next turn I can Pondkeeper this. To kill Detlaf. Also Pondkeeper now, kill the Drowner, but that's not really worth it as much. I think I'll just play the Crest here. Purify the nature tag. Time I think are ahead. The amount of bleed they're giving me is not very good. And with only like these two and then some small units on the back row, I'm just doing fine. We're avoiding Igni. Skin of our teeth. And this can help me reset too around Igni, I guess. Kind of. Not necessarily though. I mean, Detlaf's... if Detlaf gets bleeding on this, I'm going to play Queen of the Night. This could be another Purify. So it doesn't seem like they have Igni, so that doesn't make sense unless they want me to Purify it. Either way, I click this first. Can't kill the Flutter, but like I said, the bleeding's not very good that they're doing. This will just die. Just Purify this. But then again, am I going too tall? Is this what they want? It's gonna be at least 1 point a turn. I mean, I could... they're not gonna play a second Alp or anything. Probably I've already played it over Queen of the Night. So I definitely click this. Do I play the Caress? And maybe they want a Toad Princess, actually. Let's assume they want a Toad Prince. It's nice. A lot more vitality than bleeding this round, or this turn. If they pass, they don't get bleeding on their Regis. And then I also just win uneven. Still Pondkeeper plus Phobe to play. Gonna be able to get another young Dryad next turn. I play a Renfri's Gang, which is some tempo, and then do they use a leader charge? They do not. So I get a bleeding here. So click this. Maybe just overkill the Drowner by one. Can Fove get me? Fove could counsel into something, but it could give me a Bronze Dryad, which is not too bad. If I Fove into Tempering. Maybe I hit this guy down to 5, and then I could Rebuke, but then he can go back up. I don't think I need to Fove into anything too big, but I also want to save the option. So, let's see. Click this, I'm always playing that. And then actually I think I'll just be ahead playing this. So, I think we just kill the Drowner. Or maybe we hit this. Again, we're easily ahead. Still half Fove. Can also click this for extra few points. I'm able to click with this Fledgling Freixenet situation. I'm able to just basically, okay, so they do have Igni, but they have to play Igni. That's pretty significant. So you have another Dryad's Caress unless I already played Call. So I don't have a way to purify this. That's I just need 11 points though to get ahead. And this, I'll probably click on this. They just played Igni, so that's like their tall punish. So let's see. I kind of want to keep the Rebuke, so maybe I just Fove into Tempering. Fove into Tempering is what, 7 plus. I mean, I clicked this first. Yeah, Fove into Tempering is just easily enough because I can also click this. Spin the deck. And we're up by a bunch. Still get another net 1 point. Let's see if their last card's playable. It is. Is it enough though? Maxi, that doesn't. They have to leader. So they'd be trading Ethne. I'd be trading Ethne, but I'd win on even. I think I could. Is Ethne worth it? Well, it's better than them getting Last Say or being able to bleed me. So I think I just have to do it. Alright, so they might be pretty happy with that. But I mean, they commit Igni and Detlef. Although Igni was gonna probably kill Ethne. But since they played Igni, that wouldn't have happened. So I should have played a better Fove target, thinking they could use leader. So I need a way to play this. So I can play this into this. Like Council, Force Protector is like good cards left. I mean, the nature cards aren't too bad. I can open with this. It's a Veiled unit. And then this, and then this. So I either need to be able to... Well, if they don't have Regis, maybe I can 2-0. Although they could have run free. I don't think... Without Ethne now, a double S. Like a 6-card round 3. Well, they have 5 cards, but... I mean, they haven't had a lot of bleeding turns with Regis, so he shouldn't even be that big. So maybe I can just 2-0. Hand's okay, but they committed some of their bigger pieces. We don't have any bleeding left. Play Renfrey. And they go for Sloth. So they can draw Regis with this. So if this gets me ahead... Let's see, and they also take the... They take the 10. So I can't answer this right away. So I can play this Frog Mating Season for a bunch of points. This can get Toad Princed. It's not worth using leader charges because Frog Mating Season's already going to leave me with some excess vitality. Okay, so they use their leader now. So this will get them 9 points right off the bat. This should be able to get rid of any bleeding they might give. Okay, they play Rune Mage. Is that what they just drew? So I need to be able to get ahead with this. I think it plays for 13. Let's see. 4 frogs, that's 4 plus 6 from the vitality. Plus, okay, so Ice Giant. I think this gets ahead. Alright, so we got 2 points here. We could have an extra 2 points here. I think I'm going to trade this last card. Alright, the vitality scared me. So we get 3, 6 here. So we're not ahead yet. So we want to click this, and click this, and then I think we want to give these frogs vitality. Yeah, we're up by 4. And they play the Regis. It's enough. They've played Renfree Regis, so it just kind of draws in round 3. If I can get Zoltan, Council, should be pretty good. Rebukes, okay, I mean, okay, these aren't great cards. Alright, let's see, Rebuke might be better than Pondkeeper here. Fledgling, I mean, I definitely still take, if I can get Forest Protector too, it'd be really nice. Let's see, I think this, okay, Forest Protector is beautiful. This could be worse. Everything else is kind of better. Okay, there we go. So I can get Zoltan or one of my bronze, well, Zoltan Skirmisher, one of my bronze Naiads, which is pretty fine. See, I didn't play any Naiads before Aucwenn. Okay, they go for an Incubus. Okay, I can answer this. If they have another Flutter, although they played both Flutters, but they can still get more vitality on this. So I can get an extra 2 points on the Rebuke. Like, I also have Force Protector and Rebuke now. All their cards are units anyway. This can be a Symbiosis unit if this doesn't. Or if it doesn't get Zoltan. And then I can Tempering the Zoltan for an extra few points. We missed Zoltan again. Let's just purify this basically. It's like a 7, but it could die. This also could die. They have Toad Prince. This is better, I think. But other situations, this is just kind of better. We did cancel this, so actually could have played around Toad. Okay, they just have an Alp. If they have like an Oriana, this is better. And then we have Forest Protector versus their last card. And they don't have Harmony. Okay, it's not Harmony, what is it? Is it Harmony? Humility. I was like, what? The other H word. They have a second Incubus. No. Oh, they're nice. They're Rune Mage. There we go. Forest Protector for the win. Rebuke. Get the Death Blow. Boost this nice Treant up. Get some Vitality, and we win by 6. Very nice. Yeah, their Regis was very small. Denied it pretty well. Alright, we're climbing. Alright, let's go one more time. Okay. We haven't faced anything too greedy. Which, I guess so. I guess vampires are kind of greedy. With no tall punish, that is kind of a concern. Okay, we're up against Fruits of Izgith. That's interesting. And we're on blue coin. Sure, sure. Not a huge deal. Proactive points too. There's the Zoltan in hand. Keep the Zoltan for sure. Tempering could go with him as well. Just playing proactive. I don't really want to play Aucwenn right away. Let's see, the double caress could be okay. Might do a lot of vitality. I might want to play Aucwenn this round, depending what they commit. The Rebuke's nice. Tempering, like I said, can be good. We'll cut this. Guardian's really nice to start off with. Pondkeeper on blue's pretty fun. I don't really want to play, like I said, I don't want to play Aucwenn, but I don't want to mulligan my golds either. So maybe I just keep this hand and try not to play these three. We're okay. Both can tutor me Ethne later. That's kind of the only other win contact card I have in deck. So we'll just lead with the Guardian. I don't think they're gonna like open Toad. Get open Toad shoe. This helps set up some damage too. Okay, just open Griffin. I wonder if this is Golden Echo Relics. I haven't seen that in years. Let's see, we can't. We just played. Rebukes. How do you even play here? Okay, I want a Zoltan. I want a Zoltan and then Tempering. Don't want to waste any control. I think I just play a Dryad's Caress here. So we'll go a little taller and it'll make it lockable, which is kind of funny. But I don't really have any other plays I want to make. So we'll just do this. So the Pondkeeper can also set out some damage. It's part of why I play Tactical Advantage. So you play like a Megascope. So you have Royal Decree. So non-devotion, Operator, makes sense. But I have like a million ways to do 5-point removal for their Self-Eater. I think it's what my deck excels in doing. So we don't click this. You never click this for the Incubus. Just play the Rebuke. This puts the Rebuke in the graveyard too for later. There's options on Force Protector. I'm still ahead as well. But they're never passing on 8s. It doesn't really matter. So, let's see, I can play Pondkeeper, or I can play Zoltan and then click this. Zoltan's definitely a commitment, but it's a card I'm kind of okay with playing. Although they haven't committed anything yet, so I'd rather just do this first, I think. I guess I could have also just used this plus this, but I'd rather leave this order on hand. Whereas the Tactical Advantage is better with Pondkeeper. So now they can just pass. They can't carry over. But they're going to play Brewis first. So now I play Zoltan. Let's take the round. Maybe just try to remove dominance, I guess. Not really another use for this. Still keep this on hand. Still could be Golden Echo, in fact they probably are. These are all Golden Necker type cards. But I mean, this is decent thinning anyway, and tempo for relics if they want it. But I think like full provision relics usually plays like Triss Meteor Shower and Force of Nature. But I mean, Fruits of Izzet version's not, you know, not like, surprising necessarily. Let's hit this down, and then we'll just Tempering Zoltan, get my own engine available. They're 16 points down. They do have 2 potential engines. Now 3. So that happens. They're actually ahead now, which is scary. So I can Force Protect this. I could play Aucwenn. Something's starting to get scary here. I think 1 point a turn actually, so they're not ahead. I could pass. And then I could save Aucwenn if they bleed. I could hit the armor. If I hit the armor, then... Well, also they would be tying. So, I don't really... Bloody Mistress is something I'm kind of scared of. Maybe Aucwenn's just enough to contend. I think we'll just pass. Hope I don't hit the armor. Okay, that was close. Zoltan's really messing with me, and see if they want to take the tie. I still have full leader. I mean, they have full leader too. Alright, Sudden Death round 2. I've got a lot of my good cards though. Aucwenn, Force Protector, Fauve into Ethne. Frog Mating Season's pretty good in this medium round. Don't really want this for anything. Don't think they have control besides... I mean, they have... You know, Weavis. They have Wispus, which is doing 4 damage right now, but I can play around it. I look at like nature cards and stuff. This can be removal. With Aucwenn, these are all nature cards. Got a Rebuke act ready to go. I think I want more damage than not, but this is just a great card. Alright. I think the double Fledgling's really good here. Because every card I'm playing should be a nature card at this point. All the Naiads in hand. They still look like Golden Necker. And they get first say into this round, which is not ideal. Okay, they go for their Self-Eater, which I can't kill right away. But we can always split this and play Frog Mating Season, which is kind of interesting. I'd rather play... Yeah, I'd rather play Aucwenn first. Actually, no, I'd rather play Fauve into Ethne first, I think. Because then Aucwenn's better after that. And I'll have 2 extra Symbiosis. Okay, let's go. For a second, I thought I played Call of the Forest round 1. There could have been an argument actually to play Freixenet first. Maybe Freixenet over Swarms. If he's over Swarming, I'm kind of happy though. Yeah, they are Golden Necker. Just be mindful of this. So, okay, the Incubus again. I don't like the double Incubus when I'm trying to avoid over Swarming. We have another Dryad for me, which is actually great for Aucwenn. They get a Megascope on the 9 because of the timing. No, do they? No. Wait, where did this come from? Oh, that was from Incubus. Okay, I see. So they do get the Megascope availability and the Wish Apprentice, which is, this is all very scary for sure. They don't have Sabbath yet, so I can't actually answer this turn. This is 2 points a turn, where this is kind of more than 2. Probably just want to answer this while I can. It's kind of interesting. This is 14. This is 5 plus potentially I mean, 10 plus... this is, I think, more threatening than this. I don't like this sequencing. No vitality is a shame, but this gets rid of some of their... So you get 1 point in the back row for Sabbath. You should get Sabbath this turn. So I'll play Aucwenn next. Fog mating season. Nice. Okay, they're done with incubuses though. I should have mulliganed this. I mean, the vitality's still pretty nice, especially with the Naiad Fledglings, so it's not terrible. Okay, they're gonna answer something too. Well, okay, they're not. They don't like me that much. Okay. There's still some engines. They're ahead by a bunch, but now I play Aucwenn. They've used their control too. Okay, there's 6. That's amazing. I also should have played this on the other row, I think, because I want to have this open on the front row. But no. They shouldn't really have any tall punish. They're just kind of greeting. Nice. Let's go fledgling now. What does it guess? So I guess this isn't really adding any value unless I can answer something. And they shouldn't have tall punish. But in the event that they do, they want these... 7, nice. I want to get both of these down. I think I might have enough space. We're down by a lot though. I might have just overestimated the amount of, or underestimated the amount of points Relics has. It's been a while since I've seen them, to be fair. I just want to get more vitality on single units. To just take at the end. Maybe vitality. So I mean, this is points I can just take. Syrinova. Nice. I like the emote beforehand. Okay. So we still can't answer anything. Back row's full, so maybe I wanted that for Symbiosis. Still completely fell off the row, so we probably still do this. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's not like they have dominance, they care about dominance either. So we'll just take points away from both our sides of the board, but I guess we don't want them to answer this for vitality reasons, so we'll just take the 2 here. Boop. It's an extra point still. Alright, I mean, we might be okay. We got all this vitality to take. Let's see, their last card, I mean, they're playing like a lot of engines. I'm not sure what kind of finisher they have. They have a Gancane, which is actually pretty good. This was a 9 on its own, so I need 26 points. So let's just vitality on these 2 here. I think the frog will spawn before the treant, unfortunately. My fledgling's putting in work. I might actually win this. In fact, I think I do. Oh my god. Ha! I won by 7. Sudden death. Symbiosis. Overswarming by like 6. Taking on Force of Nature. Good game. Good game. Not Force of Nature. Relics. I was just thinking of Relics. Fruits of Isgith, actually. And we're almost at 2450, which is great. A lot of fun. So there you have it, you know. Good amount of control against this kind of greedy deck. I didn't fight Nilfgaard, but with the Purifies and no Hamadryads that can get, you know, easily locked or baited into using Dryad's Caress in them, or just going tall on their own, which, you know, and ending up getting like Ignied or Ivard, you know, which is even worse. So just a little tall punish, I figured switching out with Guardians are pretty good. You can also have some ways to answer. To just remove the bodies on your Nilfgaard opponent's side of the board, reducing their Tris value, which can be pretty decent. So yeah, you know, I like this version. I call it Nature's Might, a little goofy, but the dwarves, I think, pack a real punch. So I hope you enjoyed the deck and the video. Please like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.